Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Take and play and take on longer adventures. And this will be another episode called Duncan's Grumpy Day. On the island of Sodor, the Scholarly Railway was always very busy. They pulled freight and passengers up and down lines. Just like in the United Kingdom, the Telephone Railway. And they're always been really useful. Later, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Duncan, Peter, Sam, and Luke for a very important message. Since it's June the 21st, I want most done when I get back, and Victor will be in charge of everything. And Peter, Sam, yes, he said, you're going to ride me to the Sodor International Airport. Yes, sir, replied Peter, Sam. I can do it. You're going to need a lot of water, my friend, warned Victor. It's a long way away. Pah! Snorted Duncan. I don't need any fuel. I don't need any water. I don't need any coal. I can do it whatever the weather. I can even run without it. There was always the first time, teased Luke. Well, whatever matters with every same thing with you two. The next day, all the little engines were running like clockwork. Peter Sam arrived at the airport just in time before the Flight Controller's plane left. But Duncan was being very naughty indeed. He was biffing and bumping those freight cars all about. Take that, you demons! He growled, then rolled back to the freight car. On! Yelled the freight cars. You better stop running away from me! Duncan yelled. Then the magnets were back to connect, and Duncan's trucks rolled away. Duncan almost caught up with the freight cars. But then there was trouble. The tracks were kind of separated. Then the trucks separated again. The first truck sped down the left track. The other truck sped down straight, and Duncan sped down the right. Duncan had lost the runaway cars. Duncan was heading for trouble. Up ahead, Scholarly stopped at a red signal. He was hauling a heavy goods train to the depot. But he didn't hear Duncan was coming down the hill too fast. The signalman tried to switch the points, but it got worse. Duncan just squashed it, and he was still on the rails. But then the pistons came off and crashed into Scholarly's train. Oh! Cried Duncan. Bust my boiler! Wailed Scholarly. Scholarly could do nothing but wait and hope Scarlet tried to go forward, but he couldn't. He tried to go backwards, but he couldn't. He was stuck. Duncan was stuck. Oh! They both wailed. Just then, Freddy popped up with Duncan's runaway trucks. When I was pulling my passenger train, I found these trucks at the bottom of the hill, said Freddy. Do you know who let them run away? I did, mumbled Duncan. Oh, thank you, Freddy. Try not to do that. Try not to do that again, alright, Duncan? Before we get in trouble, said Scarlet. I don't care what you say. When Peterson brought the breakdown crane, he told Victor everything. Victor got very angry, and his driver was going to telephone Sir Tom Hack at once. Sir Tom Hack was about to approach the landing spot when he heard the telephone ring. The Fat Controller heard the news, and he would take care of it when he came back. Scarlet already now have half of the train. The next morning, Duncan needed to take a slow goods train. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 loaded freight cars were in place. Tar wagon, repowered battery full of rusty diesels, coal, gravel, steamroller with no face, coal, tools, food and drinks. Harvey was just finishing loading, while Duncan buckled up to his train.